Man, what a weird night it was out here in LA. What a weird game played, and I put quotes around played, by the Los Angeles Lukas. One of the weirdest teams I've seen in a long, long time. There are certain nights that this team looks like it could win it all, could win the NBA championships. And there are other nights, right on schedule, when it looks like it doesn't even belong in the playoffs. That's the team that lost at home this year with Luka and LeBron to Charlotte when LeBron had two shots, two pretty open threes at the end of the game to force overtime, and LeBrick both of them. This is the team that just a week ago Sunday went into Oklahoma City and blew my Thunder off the floor, off their home floor, the way nobody blew them off their home floor all year long. Though I will remind you that back on February, 24th, I watch every Thunder game. This one hurt. I watched the Thunder at home blow a 25-point lead to the Timberwolves while the coach Chris Finch benched Ant-Man in the game. Just benched him. Didn't like his effort, didn't like his body language, just benched him for most of the fourth quarter and almost all of overtime, though Ant-Man did suck it up and come back late in overtime. When he got a shot, he didn't pout. He had a huge late block on SGA, the runaway MVP, to close the deal on a game that the Timberwolves came back and won 131 to 128. What? That's what this T-Wolves team can do. It's actually very deep with lots of potential stars every night, and it doesn't just rely on Anthony Edwards. I'm still not ever sure about Anthony Edwards in the biggest games, biggest moments, but he played very well tonight, especially distributing, driving, dishing, kicking. Did have 9 assists. Shot it okay. He had 8 of 22, but he made 4 out of 9 threes. As the Timberwolves came into LA and made 21 of 42 threes. So, Laker Nation, if you want to just throw this one out with the garbage, just call it a night, lucky night for the T-Wolves, you can. But I think they just found themselves, found their confidence, and they found their unsung MVP. I remember all playoffs last year, after every game, especially that Minnesota won, Ant-Man raved about Jaden McDaniels. I want to call him Jaden Daniels because tonight he was even better than the rookie quarterback named Jaden Daniels, the Southern California product who's often at Laker games. I didn't see him there tonight, but Jaden McDaniels was like Jaden Daniels, the rookie quarterback sensation, best rookie quarterback we've ever seen. Well, Jaden McDaniels in his, 4 years, played all 82 games, and did he ever play a game one of the playoffs? Did he ever do a number on Luka? Jaden was the MVP of this game, and as Ant-Man said after the game, I told him just go be the MVP. They're not going to think you're going to be aggressive. And what's the genius game plan on defense the Lakers have relied upon lately? Just take the star away, force the lesser lights to shoot it, and maybe they'll miss. Except tonight they didn't miss. Everybody who touched the basketball in a key spot made, especially Jaden McDaniels, who made 11 of 13 shots. He went 25 and 9 rebounds, committed only 3 fouls while mostly guarding Luka. And Luka torched him in the first quarter. And is it possible Luka just shot himself out of the game in the first quarter? Is it possible he just ran out of gas? I never liked his fitness level. Tonight was the night that I said, oh, there's the guy that Nico Harrison traded. Dallas fans, are you listening to me right here, right now? Dumbest trade in the history of basketball. Look what just happened to the Los Angeles Lucas tonight in Game 1 at home. Your new man, Anthony Davis, did score 40 last night at Memphis. Not bad. I didn't love his early energy. I didn't love the team's early energy. It looked like they were 1-2-3 Cancun. But AD did score 40. Luka did have 37 tonight, but he got 16 of them in the first quarter, in which he made 3 of 6 threes, and looked like he was on a mission to get Nico fired tonight. It looked like he was obsessed with showing Dallas fans, and especially Dallas GM Nico Harrison, this is what I'm going to do to you, for you, by you, get you fired, because you had the audacity to trade me for Anthony Davis? Laker Nation, were you happy with Luka tonight? Well, you were for a while, because it was 9-2 Lakers right out of the box. And Luka was out of his mind, possessed, obsessed, crazed, mission. Watch this. And he scores 16 in the first quarter, 3 of 6 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And then guess what he did in the second quarter? He scored 4. He made no field goals in the second quarter. He just made 4 out of 4 from the free throw line. Guess what happened in the second quarter, Laker and Maverick Nation? The Minnesota Timberwolves, the visiting team, won the second quarter at LA, out here in Hollywood, at the Crypt. They put the Lakers in the Crypt. They won it 38-20. 38-20? Blew them off their floor, their home floor. And that was really it. That was ball game. It was an 11-point game at halftime. And then the T-Wolves proceeded to win every quarter. So Lakers won the first quarter 28-21, lost the second quarter 38-20. What happened to that genius defense, JJ? Then T-Wolves won the third quarter 35-30 and the fourth quarter 23-17 to win the game 117-95. So after that, Luka salvo in the first quarter of 16 points and a 28-21 lead. Wait a second. Wow. Then they scored only 20, 30, and 17 in the fourth? Really? They didn't even break the century mark tonight at home in Game 1. They only scored 95 points with LeBron freaking James on the floor? My God. LeBron had 19, but he was 8 of 18 from the field, had only 3 assists. Would you believe Luka had only 1 assist tonight? So it looked like Luka and LeBron, the game plan between those two basketball genii was your turn, my turn. You take the first quarter, I'll take the second quarter, and the game will be over at halftime. So 1 assist for Luka, who's a walking triple-double, and only 3 assists for LeBron, who certainly, even in year 22, can certainly triple-double. It's highly possible. 1 assist and 3 assists. Interesting. So Ant-Man said after the game, he said, we told Jaden that they're not going to, he kind of said it backwards, but he said they're not going to have any faith in him to be aggressive and shoot the basketball. So back to the new Laker genius defensive strategy, just ignore Jaden Daniels. And so, McDaniels, sorry, but that's how he played tonight, like Jaden Daniels. He is 6'9", and once he locked in on Luka in the second quarter and then the third and the fourth, he did the best job on Luka I've seen since Luka became a Laker, for sure. And then he scored 11 baskets in 13 attempts. He just kept getting into the lane. I don't know, Luka guarded him some. Austin Reeves had him some. It was funny, Ant-Man said at the first game, you could hear Austin Reeves mic'd up. Ant-Man on the first possession, looked at Austin Reeves and said, you taking me? Like, you are going to take me? But it wasn't Ant-Man who did the destruction tonight. It was really everybody. It was really all those threes, 21 of 42. But the X factor was Jaden McDaniels on both ends of the floor because he kept Luka in check. Luka did early damage, but he didn't do consistent damage. And he tried to go solo so many times that he had one assist. Man, it just feels like silly me, I picked the Lakers in 5. Tweeted again right before the game started, Lakers in 5. I still think they're going to win the series, but now they have to win game 2. So what you got, Luka? Can you come up big in a game 2? I don't like Luka jacking up threes. I've told you that. I just can't get it out of my head what happened in the NBA Finals. What was he, 11 of 45 from 3, just shot them right in the foot, shot them right off the floor himself, shot his own team right in the heart. He gets 3 mad, 3 crazy, jacking. I just don't like him. He's a career 35% three-point shooter, and he attempts 10 a game. I don't love that. Another reason Nico said, nope, that's enough. Luka, not in shape. Did he just hit the wall and run out of gas in the second quarter? And then for the rest of the game, it sure looked like it to me. And it sure looked like the T-Wolves just wanted this game after the early onslaught more than the Lakers did because they won the backboards 44-38. Why wasn't Jackson Hayes? He played 8 minutes early, started the game, went 0 for 2. I don't know. JJ just didn't like his hands. He's got bad hands, couldn't convert, couldn't close, couldn't finish plays. I don't know. And I must say, I'm a big Austin Reeves fan, and he did have 16 points, but he was a minus 25 tonight. And it looked like when they reached for him in the fourth quarter, he just wasn't there tonight. It just wasn't his night. He played a little bit more like an undrafted free agent that he is. They need Austin Reeves. In the end, he is the most important because he is the closer of the greatest 3 guards I've ever seen in one backcourt in my career. But they didn't play like it consistently tonight. And Minnesota came in, and Ant-Man told Jaden McDaniels, you just got to be aggressive tonight. Ant-Man said game after game last year, the key to our team is Jaden McDaniels. That's what he said it every time they won a game. He's the guy. He's the key. He's a two-way 6'9", 7-foot length player. He can be hellacious good. Can he sustain it in game 2? Lakers were 4.5-point favorite tonight. I'm sure they'll be in that realm, maybe even 5 or 6 point favorite in game 2 because the odds makers will say, well, they'll just say, watch this, and they are highly capable of watch this. And they're also highly capable of watch that. Like, what was that? 117-95? What? Are you serious? Laker Nation, you're in some trouble. I'm hanging in there just because I picked it. My pride's on the line. But it ain't going to be in 5 like I said. After game 1, it feels like Lakers, I'm going to completely change my pick because of what I just witnessed. And I don't think I'm overreacting. I'll go Lakers in 7 because it feels like it's going to take 7. It felt tonight like that was real. That was the real live T-Wolves. JJ, you're going to have to play Jackson Hayes whether LeBron likes him or not. I think Luka loves him. They share an agent. He likes to play alley-oop with him. The T-Wolves are just too big with Gobert. Just too big across the front. Too strong, too physical. I mean, even Jaden McDaniels is 6'9". Man. Laker Nation, I think you're in some trouble. I'm going to hang in there, and I'm going to switch my pick because I have to, because I've got to eat crow. Congrats to Alex Rodriguez. I love Alex, know him. He's now one of the owners of this team. Saw him on TV back in the back, congratulating his players as they exited. What a start to this series. They say they don't start until the road team wins a game. Well, we started tonight. Whew. Here comes Jaden Daniels.